Begin in a seated position, knees point up, soles of your feet down on the mat. Just get nice and comfortable. Ground your hips down. Start by giving your legs a hug. So rest your belly on your thighs. Bow your head forward in between your knees. Start to breathe a little slower, a little deeper. As you inhale, bring in a new energy, a calming energy. As you exhale, let go a little bit. Let some of your tension mentally unravel. And just allow yourself to settle into this space for this practice. Slowly come to a seated position, grabbing hold of your knees with your hands. Drop your neck off to the right, and then let your head fall forward, creating a half circle very slowly in one direction. And take it in the opposite direction. Starting to work into your neck, maybe a little bit into your shoulders right here. Eyes can close. If there's a spot that feels tight or a little tense, maybe you slow down and hold. Just noticing how your upper body is feeling right now. There should be no pain in any of these movements, so if something feels painful or like a little too much strain, just come out of the pose. Good, come up. Look up at your ceiling, your sky. Look down. Feel the stretch on the back of your neck. Look up. Breathe in. Chin to chest, breathe out. Once more, up. Inhale. Down, empty. This time as you start to look up, pull your chest forward. It might feel more comfortable to have your feet a little farther apart. So like a cow pose with your chest, arching your spine, like you can pull your chest through your legs. As you breathe out, really grab hold of your legs as you tuck chin to chest. Let your spine round. Take your pace here. Inhale. Look up, chest forward. Exhale, rock it back. Let it flow. Take a couple on your own here. Good. Come back to neutral. Now I want you to take your hands behind your hips and let them be a little wider than your hips. That might mean that your hands come off the mat. Stamp your feet down a little firmer and then just lift your hips up. Strengthen your arms and lift, lift, lift. Lower down. We're going to do this a couple times. Inhale, lift your hips up, reverse tabletop. Lower down. So go to the point where you feel it. Maybe that's just a couple inches up. You'll feel this in your shoulders, your arms. If it's too much on your arms, your upper body, you can turn your fingers to point out to the sides, and that might alleviate a little bit of pressure on your arms if your fingers pointing down towards your body is a little too intense. Good. Keep going. This time we'll hold for 5 seconds. Hips high, thighs squeeze in towards one another. Make sure your knees aren't splaying out wide. Look to your ceiling. On your exhale, slowly release and hug your knees. Slide your feet out long for a seated forward fold. Folding forward. Can have a rounded spine for this one. Just let it feel good. Starting to work into your hamstrings. If you want a little more, you can flex your toes back towards your face. Soft bend in the knees is all right. Inhale, roll up. Place your hands behind your hips again. See if you can lift your hips up. Maybe they lift up just an inch, or maybe you can start to lift them up into a reverse plank. Your fingers don't have to fully point back towards your hips. If that feels okay, you can stick with that, but you can also have them pointing out to the sides. It might be a little easier on the shoulders. Maybe you can slide your feet into touch as you press your hips all the way up. Can your feet touch the mat? No worries, just see, experiment, and lower down. Bend your right knee and grab hold of your foot here. Start to kick into your hand and stretch your foot out. Maybe you start to take more bend out of your knee. Lift, 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 lift. Feel this nice stretch in your hamstring. Re-bend. Now take your left hand on the pinky toe side of your right foot and your right hand back by your hip. Twist your chest to the right and start to kick into your hand. Taking some of the bend out of your knee, lift up. Maybe you straighten the leg. No worries, wherever you are, just accept that. Notice how you're feeling. If you're putting a lot of weight into your right hand, can you sit up taller? Use your strength to hold yourself up. Or maybe you can even lift the right hand up off the mat. Take a gaze over your right hand. Release your foot down. Now grab hold of your foot with both hands and pull your knee in tight. Hold right here, pulling your knee into your armpit. Or you can start to turn your foot to the left. Maybe you can even cradle your foot in your arms. So your shin is going diagonally across your body. Depending on where you are in your hips, just feel into it. Just start to work your leg forward. Maybe if your hips are feeling nice and open today, you can take your foot into the crease of your elbow and cradle your leg like a baby. Nicely done. Release your foot down. Shake your legs for a moment. Bend your left knee. Reach down for your foot and lift your foot up. Maybe you start to take some of the bend out of your leg. So you can continue to hold onto your foot and start to straighten your leg. Or maybe you crawl your hand down to your ankle. So working into the stretch wherever you are, even if you've got a deep bend in your knee, that's okay. Take your right hand on the pinky toe side of your foot and start to straighten it out. Left hand comes back behind you. Twist your chest to the left as you kick into your hand. You can lean back if you need that support or start to sit up a little taller. Maybe you send your gaze over your left shoulder. If you want more intensity, you can start to really straighten your left leg and flex your right toes up. Maybe you can take so much weight out of your left hand that you can fly your left arm up and look over your left shoulder. Release it down. Re-bend your leg and place your left knee into your left crease of your elbow and just bring your foot over to the right. So it's almost like a seated pigeon pose, which is normally done with your shin down on the mat. So explore this left hip. Just kind of feeling into where you are today. If there's a spot that feels interesting, you can hold. Maybe you can pull your left foot all the way into your right elbow crease and cradle your shin like a baby. From here, set your left leg down and draw the soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana bound ankle pose. So soles of your feet together, hips grounded down, knees out wide. If you want a little more intensity on the hips, draw your heels in close. or keep them further out like a diamond. Lengthen your spine, breathe in. Bend your elbows, hinge forward. Draw your face down towards your feet. Inhale, come up. Place your hands behind your hips. Stamp your feet down on the mat, just like we started. I'm facing sideways on my mat now. We're gonna go side to side, so go ahead and shift over if you're not already facing sideways or facing the side of your mat. Stamp your feet a little wider than hips distance, hands behind your hips. Knock your knees to the right, windshield wipers, and knock your knees to the left. Take this a couple times. If you need to adjust the placement of your feet, wider, closer, heels in, heels further. On this next time, let your knees fall off to the right and turn your torso over your right leg. So deer pose or 90-90. Sit here for a moment. Take your left hand to your right knee and your right hand out to the side. Turn to look over your right shoulder. As you breathe in, lengthen up. As you breathe out, twist. Gaze over your right shoulder. Once again, inhale, get tall. Exhale, ring out your spine a little more. Unravel, come back up. Place your left hand behind you and your right arm up. Just find a spot where it feels comfortable. That might be beside your foot. Lift your right arm up to the sky to open your chest. Try to find a little bit of freedom in your upper body by opening your chest a little wider. Take your gaze up. If you feel steady and strong in your left hand, maybe you can even pick your hips up. Release it down. Come back to your twist. Turn to the right. Left hand to right knee. Let go of the twist. Crawl your hands out in front of your right leg and fold forward. Either stay up high in your hands and bow your head, or maybe you start to bend your elbows. You can come down to rest on your elbows. Bow your head. Soften and surrender into the stretch. Slowly press yourself up. Hands come back behind your hips. Take a nice slow windshield wiper to the left. Square off so your hips are facing the left side, so you're resting comfortably on the left hip. You can draw your left heel in closer if it's more comfortable, or for a little more of a challenge, you'll push the heel a little further away. Make any adjustments you need here. Inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, send your right hand on your left knee. Crawl your left hand back behind you. Inhale, find length in your torso. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Turn your eyes over your left shoulder. Once more, inhale for length. Exhale for more depth in your twist. Unravel. Your right hand will find the mat. Maybe it's beside your right foot. Left hand over your left knee. And then bring your left hand up to the sky. Turn your chest up to the sky, your face to the sky, like you're soaking up the sun. It's cold here right now, so I'm just envisioning that. Maybe you get strong into your right hand and push so hard that your hips start to lift up off the mat. Wherever you are, really feel a sense of freedom and opening across your chest. And exhale, lower down. Right hand to left knee. Twist it out just for a breath. Come back to center. Windshield wiper out of that. Send your legs long on your mat and scoot your hips all the way back so you're at the back edge of your mat. Bring your right knee in and then cross your right leg over your left. So your right foot is on the outside of your left knee. Press your right hand down behind your back. Inhale to lift your left arm up and get really tall. Exhale, grab the outside of your right thigh or hook your left elbow on the outside of your right knee. Breathe in, lengthen up. Breathe out, open your chest wide. Release. Hands behind you. Switch out your legs. Left foot in. Cross left leg over right. Ground your left hand, fly your right arm straight up. Breathe in. Either hook your right elbow on the outside of your left knee or grab hold of your left leg. Breathe in to lengthen. Breathe out to twist. Good. Unravel. Take your hands on the outside of your right hip. Pick your hips up and come into a runner's lunge at the back of your mat. Let your hips be heavy here. Shift forward and back on your back toes. Lower your right knee down. Come up for a low lunge. Clasp your hands at your lower back. Send your hips forward, so you might have to crawl your left toes forward. Send your hips forward. Clasp your hands, release your index finger. Roll your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open your chest. So getting both the hips and shoulders in this pose. If you want more in your hips, scoot them forward even more. If you want more in your shoulders, make sure your legs are wide enough apart so you're nice and steady. Really pull your shoulder blades down and together to open your chest. Look up. Release. Place both hands on the inside of your left foot. Tuck your back toes and find a wide-legged forward fold. Stay high in your hands. Adjust your feet so they're wide apart or a little narrower to feel a little more stable. We're going to work into the shoulders here. So maybe you go a little narrower. Cross your hands at your low back. Extend your arms long and let your knuckles fall back behind your head. Let gravity do the work here in the shoulder rinse. Stay firm in your legs, in your lower body. And let the stretch happen in your upper body. Letting your head hang heavy. Slowly release your hands to your low back. Let your fingers touch the earth. Press up halfway. Crawl your hands to the top of your mat. Runner's lunge with the right leg forward. Hands frame your foot. Roll forward and back on your back foot a little bit. Sink your hips a little lower. Lower your left knee down. Find your low lunge. Lift your torso up. Clasp your hands at your lower back. Release your index finger. Send your hips forward as you roll your shoulders back. So if you want more in your hips, sink your hips deeper. If you want more in your shoulders, continue to point your finger down the back of your thigh. Roll your chest up, look up. And release. Place your hands down. Flip back to a tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Inhale, lower your belly, pull your chest forward. Exhale, round your spine, cat pose. Inhale, arch, look up, tilt your tailbone up. Exhale, cat, chin to chest. Release down to a seated position. Bring your arms out to a T, and then sweep them all the way up. Bend your left elbow and place your palm behind your back. Face down, maybe it's in between your shoulder blades, maybe it's behind your head. Reach your right arm around to grab hold of your left elbow and stretch here. So stretching the tricep, but this will also help if you have any pain in your shoulder. Release to a T. Reach both arms up. This time, right arm bends behind your head. Pull your right elbow up towards the ceiling to stretch it out. Try to keep your head up. So notice if you're starting to dip your head forward, can you lift up? Long spine. Breathe here. Release it out. I'll see you next time.